Okay, part two, guys. I am dripping and sweating. It is really hot and muggy out here in Virginia right now. And I want to show you parts that I take off of these Wagoneers because I couldn't really show you with my toolbox way over and at the place where people walk. I didn't want people to steal stuff because they do steal. Things on the Wagoneers that you want to look for are, of course, the hubcaps. These things sell for like 20-30 bucks a piece. This Jeep has 3 of them. It is missing 1. The other thing that sells for these Jeeps, and this is stuff to sell quickly. Everything is going to sell, but I'm talking about stuff if you want to make quick money, if you ever find one in the junkyard. These door handles right here, if they're not broken, because they tend to break in the screw, there's like a plastic behind this vinyl. If they're not broken, which none of these are, there's one right here, there's one right there, one right here. These sell for $35 a piece. And they're like $5 in the junkyard. Another thing that sells is, you would figure that these sell, but they don't, because they actually sell them new, so don't bother with those. Unfortunately, this one has the master switch removed. I don't know why they pried it off. They should have just opened up the door panel and taken the whole switch with it. This thing sells for money that I mentioned, but it's actually missing the little knob, so I may or may not take it. We'll see. I'll probably take it. Other things that you want to look for that sell for the Jeep, which somebody did take, was the horn, the Jeep hood horn, the Jeep horn button. If you can find one of these in good shape, which this one is not, it's better than mine, but mine is actually swapped for a Buick Roadmaster console that has cup holders and all that stuff. So I'm not sure if I'll buy this because of this condition, but these sell for like $100 if you can find them. This seat is in almost perfect condition. It is kind of dried a little bit. Damn, I don't know if I'll take it actually instead. My seat, see, this is the reason why I tinted my windows on my Wagoneer black. Somebody on the Jeep forums was like, wow, black is ghetto, I'm gonna keep the classic look. Well, I mean, you can keep the classic look, but look what it does to the seats. You see how it's bleached and dry rotted right here? It's bleached and dried. You're never gonna get that back. So I'm not sure if I'll actually take this. See, mine has a big rip right here from my sweat, but this one is kind of dried and has lost a lot of color. That's actually unfortunate. I don't think I'll take this one. Maybe I will, because it's like $4 if I can take it off, the actual seat. The other thing you want to get are these vents. If these vents are working and moving, these sell for like $30 a piece, and they're like $2 in the junkyard. Other things you want to get, if you have the older Wagoneers, would be like the knobs and the switches on the dash. This one, they still sell them. Actually, Derman, as the retarded online mechanic guy says, these actually are made by Dorman, so you don't actually have to buy those, or you don't actually have to sell them. You can just buy them brand new. The other things that sell on this Jeep, and sell for a lot of money, cha-ching, are the original fog lights. I cannot pronounce the name. I think they're called Marshall. You can actually see it right there. They're French fog lights. This one, unfortunately, is cracked, but it'll still sell. These sell for a ton of money, a ton of money. The companies that do restorations on these cars try to find the original parts, and these are the original fog lights. So if you do find these things on these Jeeps, take them. Trust me, you will make a lot of money. Other things that sell, ironically, is the air hat. I don't know why, but it does, and I'm guessing it's because a lot of people in California need the original shit, and they can't find them, so those sell for like $150. Other little things you want to find are simple things like this chrome antenna cover. If you have the older Wagoneers, they come with a stainless steel cover on the drip rail or the drain rail right here. Unfortunately, when Chrysler took over, because Chrysler, they're a piece of shit company, they went plastic, and the plastic is yellow. But if you find the stainless steel ones, take them off. You can actually take them off with a bottle opener, an old-fashioned bottle opener with tape on it. Be careful. And those things will sell for $300-400. So you can make a couple $1,000s on this Jeep just on little nitpicky, little teeny little parts. Really easy, really easy. All these parts I already have on my car. I already have the stainless steel covers. I have everything else. I actually do not have the original fog lights. I had to buy aftermarket ones because somebody who owned my Jeep before took off the original fog lights. I don't know why, but they took them off. It looks like some bozo cut the wires right here. I have no idea why. Probably somebody who doesn't know how to work on cars. Another thing you want to look for is the original fan shroud for this thing. This one has pieces of it. Actually, pieces of the original fan shroud. Unfortunately, the lower half is missing, so this fan shroud is probably not worth any money because you can actually fix these with rivets. And these fan shrouds, they will sell for a lot of money. It looks like mice were living in this Jeep. So, there's other things on this car that I'm going to be taking, that I'm going to be getting for my own car. For example, I brought my cutting wheel and my batteries. I'm going to be taking off some of the lower sections on the frame for my 76 J10. Mainly because I don't feel like fabricating them. I can just cut them off on this Jeep and just weld them on that Jeep. It's easier to do since I'm already here. Again, the cargo cover, that thing is worth a boatload of money. If you can find these carpets in good condition, which I don't think this one is in perfect condition. It looks like it has some water damage, mainly because some asshole busted every fucking window on this car. I mean, every window is busted on this thing. I don't know what happened to this, but the Jeep has no real physical damage besides some quarter panel damage over there. The paint, this is a new paint job. Somebody stripped the wood off of this thing and repainted it and put pinstriping on it. So it has some damage here and there, but I don't know why it was trashed. Who knows? So they were even part of the full-size Jeep Wagoneers.com forum. I'd like to know which guy did this, got rid of this car, because they will give you $300 for something like this when the parts are worth thousands. It's beyond me why people do this shit. So I'm gonna take what I can before they crush this thing. I don't know how much longer it's going to be here. Another thing that a lot of Wagoneer owners are looking for are actually the trailer hitches. The original trailer hitch for the older ones is like a V-style, heavy-duty V-style hitch. It was kind of more hidden inside. That's the one I put on mine from a 78 Cherokee Chief. This one is for the Grand Wagoneers, I think. I'm not exactly sure if this is original or aftermarket, but I'm not going to mess with this because it's just too much work trying to get those rusted bolts off. I mean, I can probably cut them off with a cutting wheel, but not really going to mess with it. Other things you want to look for is the trim. These aluminum pieces of trim. If you can find the key cover right here. I don't have Torx bits, unfortunately. I might have to borrow some from somebody. The only way to get it off is from some keyed Torx bits. But if you can find those where it's not in really bad condition with the chrome, this one's actually in pretty good shape, then those will sell. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's mainly just the trim, the door handles, the cargo cover if you can find it, you know, the hubcaps, little things like that. They will sell for a ton of money. So I'm gonna let you guys go while I start picking this thing apart and taking little things here and there. It actually has a pretty good headliner. This one doesn't have the Chrysler computer on there, and it doesn't have the wiper in the back, so it's not an 89 to 91 like mine. It is it's an 88. So 88 actually had the old-fashioned chrome light up there, which I might take. You know what, I'm actually probably going to take that. And the Chrysler one had, well, the Chrysler version had like their little plastic computer, which tends to not work in these things, but I actually repaired the circuit board on mine. But I'll let you guys go. If there's other little things in here, I'll make another video and I'll show you guys my haul when I get back home. But for now, I guess I'll show you this last thing. This is something I would actually want for my Jeep. If you can find a really good vinyl cover that's not cracked, which this one is, or bent or warped, because they all tend to warp where the heater vents are, then those can sell for a pretty penny too. But this one is faded because it's been out in the sun, and it is cracked. So I don't know. Like I said, look how faded these seats are. This is the reason why, guys, I tinted my windows black, because this thing is nothing but windows. Without any tint, your seats are just going to suffer. I'm probably going to take this bench seat, though, because the bench seat I can make into a workshop seat. So that'll be a cool place to sit down and relax when you're done working on your car. Anyway, let you guys go. Thanks again for watching.